Hi guys, welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, November 4th, 2014. This is Velma, and Friday was Halloween. So I thought I'd come to you guys today in my Halloween costume since I didn't quite have it all together last Tuesday, and I wanted to share it with you because it was so fun to put together. I actually got this idea from Jules, who was Velma several years ago. I spent a lot of time thrifting trying to find just the right things to be Velma, and I ended up finding on Thursday, because I was sick the week before, my ability to go look for costume parts was decreased enormously, and I had already tried a couple of thrift stores, hadn't found anything. On Thursday I went to Savers. I found an orange sweater. I found a pair of red jeans because I don't care for skirts, and I found even this wig at Savers was $7 I think, so I put my entire ensemble together for less than $20, which is my kind of Halloween. And it was super fun, the best, most fun costume I've ever worn, and that includes pretty much all the Harry Potter stuff I've done. This was the most recognizable thing I've ever done. I got more smiles, more recognition, more happy kids than I've ever had in a costume. I also carried my daughter's Scooby-Doo. She has a giant stuffed Scooby-Doo, and I can't even tell you how many people thought it was a real dog, which was fun until they went, Scooby! The only really crafty thing I did for Halloween was my husband was Fred, so we went as a pair, and that was so much fun that we're going to do that again next year. We don't know what pair we will be, but we want to be from the same fandom genre, whatever. We want to go as a pair. So he was Fred, and I did put his costume together. So basically, Fred wears a white shirt with a blue collar and an orange ascot. So what I did was I bought a white polo. He's not a big fan of long sleeve shirts because he has very long arms and the sleeves are not usually long enough unless he gets an XLT. So this was just a regular large, it's a double X polo shirt. So I took the white collar off of it and I took the blue collar off of this one. This is just like a $2 shirt that I got at the thrift store. These were all thrifted items. And I took the collars off and I swapped with the blue one on here. This really surprised me how easy it was to get this collar off. I only had to remove one seam and it just opened up that little interfacing, and I was able to, or I should say the collar facing, and I was able to add this in. So it was really easy. It took me like maybe 15-20 minutes to swap the collars out, and most of that was ripping out seams. This was actually, I got an orange t-shirt for like $1.50 or $2 maybe at the thrift store, and I cut off the hem, and then I cut a 6-inch strip. And then I used my rotary cutter to do this, and then I just made the ends pointed because the ends of Fred's ascot have points, and that was it. That was the whole thing. It was easy. I finished his shirt in about half an hour, the whole thing in about half an hour. He wore this with a pair of blue jeans and a pair of brown shoes, and it was perfect. Everyone knew who we were. The trick-or-treaters at the door knew who we were, and then we went to a trunk-or-treat event for the high school marching band that our son is in, and they all knew who we were, so it was a really good time. So on my wall today is Paper Piecing Vintage through November. The November pattern came out November 1st, which was Saturday, so if you haven't updated your Paper Piecing Vintage, you can go to Craftsy, and if you've already bought it, just download your pattern and all the November information is in there. If you haven't bought it yet, if you buy it now, it's January through November. If you wait till December 1st, you get the whole shebang, including all of the final finishing instructions, so how to turn this into a quilt. So this is the November block. It's called Vestibule. This is actually, I think, my favorite block in the entire quilt. I love this block. I love the partial stars. The idea is that it looks like a tile from a floor. So like you would piece this together to make a tile floor. And I love the tiny stars. It pleases me. I have a little sneak peek for you guys. Later in November, the next Quiltmakers 100 Blocks, which is volume 10, is going to come out. And it looks like this. I told you guys last week my block is on the cover. I will be giving away one free copy of this magazine after it hits newsstands to a person that guesses which block on this cover is mine. So make sure you have a look. There will be a picture of this under my video on sewhook.com, and I'll put it on LiveJournal as well so you guys can see. I will put everyone who guesses correctly, their name will go into a hat, and I will give away a free issue to you guys so you can have a free copy of this magazine. So that comes out later in November. Be sure and stop by Sew Hooked on November 20th will be my Quiltmakers 100 Blocks blog tour post, and I will be giving away a separate, a totally different free issue. That one will actually come directly from Quiltmaker, so one winner will win an issue from Quiltmaker and they will mail it to you. And I usually do another giveaway that's just me. I haven't decided yet, but there will probably be something, so make sure you come by sewhook.com on November the 20th. A quick reminder that we're still accepting Make It Mosaic entries on Fandom In Stitches. I think the deadline for that is next week, so the 11th or the 12th, I think it's, I don't remember. It's next week, so I will put the banner for that at the end of this video so you can see, and just go to fandominstitches.com for more information. So those are super easy, mosaic or pixel blocks. Different people call them different things, so they are just traditionally pieced squares that make a picture. So, you know, I did an entire quilt for my son once, and it was all 2-inch squares, so 2.5-inch cut. So it made a picture, and it's actually the quilt he still sleeps under. I made it when he was 7 or 8, and that's still on his bed. But we will do anything from blocks up to full quilts as long as you have time to get the sample made. I did finish my colorful Afghan. It is completely done. I got my other yarn in the mail, and it is now almost as tall as me. It's about 5 feet long, and it's about 4.5 feet wide. So it's great size for a lap blanket for a teenager. I added black around the outside, so I did one regular, let me pull it out so you can see. So I did one regular with shells, and then I went around with just double crochet, and then I went around again with, this is called, I think, Black Light. It's a red heart. I have been just using up all of my personal stash and making as many gender neutral Linus blankets as I can. I'm still accepting donations in the mail for the Linus Connection, so if you guys have something you want to share, whether it's orphan blocks, whether it's quilt tops, Afghans, fabric, whatever, you guys let me know. We're still accepting 100% acrylic yarn. Just send me a message and I will send you my mailing address, and you can mail that right to me, and I will make sure our Linus volunteers receive whatever supplies or those things are turned into blankets or quilts or whatever. I will facilitate that and make sure it happens. It is rainy. It is November the 4th. It is election day in the United States. Go vote. Please just go vote. I don't talk about politics, but I do want you guys to vote. It is very important. It's extremely important. I actually voted early last week. There are a lot of issues on the ballot that I feel very strongly about right now, but like I said, I don't talk about politics online because that's not what you guys are here for, but go vote. And that is it for me today. I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Jinkies.